Alright, so here today we got some fun things to jump into and some fun things to talk about. Pretty much over here, we did pick up a brand spanking new gift I wanted to show to you. As again, they did a part of like a celebration, pretty much with like an anniversary, but it's only been like a week of the game existing. So we got some new gifts in the mail over here. I wanted to show them to you and talk about what to select over here, as you can get a nice little boost and at least a copy towards something, either pulling your first copy or duping out somebody that you finally wanted to dupe out. In this game, again, you know, the dupe system is pretty heavy, right? Correct? There's a lot of dupes you can acquire and a lot of stars you can get, and then further starting it, right? And that's obviously for the reason of sugar runes and such. So today I wanted to get through everything, talk about it, new to the channel, like and subscribe. It does help out a ton. Here we go. Pretty much if you hop over to your mail, you have a bunch of gifts and stuff added over here. Obviously you get stuff over here for like the daily dungeon and such and all that other things, but the main thing over here is the Crumble 1 week anniversary special login rewards. So they gave away 300 lucky dough, they gave away a 1 minute speed up, 60 of those. They also give away 5 of the 1 hour auto coins, which is not that bad, but it's pretty good. Over here is the good stuff, the CookieRun Crumble 1 week anniversary special login rewards. They pretty much gave away 5 of the, again, 1 hour, 60 of them 1 minute, but they give away an SSR Cookie selection box. And yes, you can pick 1 free cookie of anything in the game SSR, and again, just for free like that. Pretty much over here, it will also show you the dupes and everything that you have per each cookie. For example, over here, my highest duped cookie is the current rate of character, Milky Way. That's again over there. As you can see, I have 2 out of 7 and I already have a 5-starred. There you go. The rest of the characters over there, pretty much, you could see, like, for example, if I don't own a character, it'll look like this over here. So if I'm going for my first acquisition of a character, I can click this, select that way. If I'm going for duping a character, I can check, like, okay, in the case of, let's say I want to dupe over here. Let's say I want to dupe, like, for example, here. Let's do this here. I'm 1 away. So, boom, I'll click 1. Now I can get the 3-star. There you go. So it's a similar way to view it through this, but pretty much these are your SSR cookies. These are what you can choose. You can choose between your tanks, your DPS, your ranged, whatever your supports. You have that option. Pretty much, though, on the basis of who to pick, I think it's very account-based, which you might not like the answer, but it's depending on who you want to dupe and who you want to acquire. For example, if you're closer to duping your Milky Way and you want to do that, that's probably the best benefit. It's who you're using as well. There is the PvP and there is the main storyline. There is 2 separate things over there. So again, depending on what you're playing and trying to like min-max, that's also going to be a different answer. But let's go through at least the best cookies and some of the better ones to kind of acquire, which are very useful and very good. For some of the best DPS cookies in the game, probably that answer or that like thing would kind of go between 2 of them. So one of the best DPS cookies in the game over here is Vampire Cookie. The thing is, this requires dupes to actually be as good as a lot of players are saying. You have a lot of players saying like one thing, like, oh, Vampire Cookie is that good. But Vampire Cookie is only good with the dupes applied to, again, that cookie. The thing is, in this game, obviously, you have to chase dupes. And at now, right, as you see, I'm chasing dupes, let's say for Milky Way. That's the only character I can actually dupe perfectly because I have a rate up for this character. The other characters do not have a rate up, so it's going to be at random that you're getting these characters duped. So it's again going to depend on where you are currently. For example, most players may not have a Vampire Cookie duped. Yes, you could buy the bundles for it, but that's a separate story. But that is there, correct? So depending on where your Vampire Cookie is, a very, very, very good DPS, but does require some dupes to get to the point of annihilation. Okay, one of the better cookies that I think would still be very good and boss clearing and taking care of most of the stages. Like for example, when I got stuck at like around 10, it was like 10 something, 10, one of the boss stages on 10, and I got like completely stuck there, hard stuck. When I did pull Scorpion, and I did, I think, end up duping 1 on Scorpion, absolutely goated cookie, very goated cookie. One of the best DPSs, highly recommended. For now, again, if you're able to acquire it, I think out of the SSR roster, it is pretty freaking good, and I would say it's pretty worth it, depending on where you are. That's, again, DPS-wise. If you want to do about your Milky Way, you can. Milky Way is really good AoE. Not the best boss-wise, but again, AoE is phenomenal. You will be able to acquire a lot of that, so I don't know if it's worth it 100%, because you have a rate-up character active, a rate-up gacha, and this gacha, you're going to continuously get free pulls for. You're going to continuously get to chase, like, the extra, like, pities and such. You have that ability, so it's much easier than other characters, and I think in the future, you will be able to max out your Milky Way, because when you're pulling in future gachas, it'll always be here, right? It's never gonna like go away per se, yeah? So you'll be better off, I guess, pulling somebody that you're not per se having a rate up. So that would be kind of the, in my opinion, kind of the gimmick, okay? In other news, so one of the better ones to pick, just to show it to you, I do not have this, I believe, correct? It's one of the better ones for tanking, and I know that for a fact. It is K-Count. K-Count is phenomenal in tanking. The thing is, and damage as well is not that. It's just like, you know, just tanking only, but tanking is phenomenal. Damage also very, very good. Very good cookie. I don't have it. One of the cookies that I'm trying to acquire, so I could use this selector to kind of pick that up for the first time and kind of be able to use that. Pomegranate is an outstanding support as well. That's also there for you. If you want to go for that, that's there. You also have another tank over here. You do, I believe that's the one you can pick up for free, right? You picked it up for free, so you can now finally get an extra dupe on that. Could be kind of nice. I do know a lot of players glaze the hell out of this one over here as well, and for support, that could be very, very good for you guys to pick up as well. For me, though, my current plan would either be pick up a dupe for Scorpion, pick up a dupe for Vampire, or pick up Cake Hound. That's currently my plan, and again, my honest opinion, that's kind of what I want to go for a little bit. I do think that so this is not a TSSR one, correct? The TSSR is separate, and you don't get a free TSSR other than the one base copy you can pick up free. So again, your characters kind of need to be duped, and yes, when the TSSR do, it's the best in the game, but for now, most players can't do that. So on the SSR horizon, I think it's between Scorpion, it's between Vampire Cookie, I also think it's between Cake Hound, it's between Pomegranate as well. Pomegranate's very, very good. And then some of the other supports, again, over here, you have, trying to think. There are some PvP cookies, correct? There are some PvP cookies, so, like, remember that. I do know that for the most part over here. Another PvP cookie, very, very powerful. And though, again, Wind Archer not here because, again, TSSR, Wind Archer is very, very good in PvP too. And then over here, another one good for PvP. So if you're picking the PvP side, I know a lot of players are trying to min-max PvP because there's a lot of benefits from that. You can do that, again, by going for the ones I listed. But currently, I've been clearing. I hit recently a nice like churn, for if you were to say. Since then, I also finally unlocked another end, so I finally have my full team set up over here. I'll have to add in, this time I might add in Pomegranate probably. I'll see how I do that, but yeah, so far I've been having a blast going through the game. Let me know what you think altogether. That's currently like the gifts that we picked up over here, and again for the free SSR selector, that's what I would pick. It's up to you. Everyone's gonna have a different time. It's whoever you have the ability to dupe, whoever that is, dupe them. Okay, if it's like, I want to acquire Cake Hound. Acquire Cake Hound. Go for it, right? Acquire that character. It doesn't have to be duped for the line, but try to make it aim towards somebody who can turn to the next star, or somebody you can just acquire for the first time. I think both are genuinely good options. And Milky Way is a great pickup, but comparatively, would it be better to acquire somebody who is not on rate up? Because again, the gems you'll get over the next, I think they got you there for like 3 weeks, right? 20 days. You got time. You got time. So consider, do what you want. I'll wrap it up there. See you soon. That's been the video.